So guess where we are? We are at Opie today. Hello, that's Carlos back there. So you guys, today's video, I actually made it out to OFE. I'm super excited. Remember, I'm looking for just like something organic, something that I can put on my orchids that will not be harmful to my grandson while he's out there playing. But at the same time, I want to see blooms. So we're here at OFE. I'm gonna get the full rundown on what to use, on what to buy, on what to start applying ASAP. And I'm gonna have Mr. Carlos, Mr. Knowledgeable, give you guys just some information. If you guys are interested in using something organic, something natural in your gardens, maybe this video will help you out. So let's turn this camera and let's get this video started. All right, so look at this familiar face. So I have not been at OFE for a while because you guys all know I took a little break, but I am back. And I am back, baby. All right, Carlos. So this year we're doing everything super organic because, as you know, my 1.5-year-old grandson cannot be out there touching, smelling, just, you know, playing around with all the toxic stuff. So I'm here to get everything organic that you have that will help my orchids bloom.
All right.
You ready to get this
I will try what I have right now. Okay.
All right, tell me.
Organics, you have a selection of fish fertilizer, you have a selection of kelp fertilizers, you have other organic fertilizers and everything. But the emphasis with organics is, for one thing, is they're safer on the plants. They'll never burn your plant like a regular fertilizer will.
Oh,
so that's one of the advantages of that. Other than that, organics require more discipline from the grower. You have to apply it regularly. You can't simply apply a little bit and then forget about it. Oh no, well, I'm going on a trip and not do it. You have to be more disciplined. What I have, the choices that I have, I'm going to share with you now. Is like I was talking to Blanca about the different things. We have Maxi Crops liquid seaweed and Maxi Crop liquid seaweed. You'll see the differences on these two is that this one has iron and this one doesn't. This is your regular liquid seaweed. You see the NPK analysis is 001. And this is also 001, but they have iron included on it. Iron is used in horticulture to promote blooms.
Ooh, okay, because that was my next question.
I mean, it does promote blooms. Another thing that, so either one of them will do really well. It works fine. It doesn't stain the plant. It doesn't do any, there's no harmful effect on it. You can use them perfectly fine on all of them.
Okay.
The rate is between a teaspoon and a tablespoon, depending on how often you do it. Ideally, you want to do 2 teaspoons or perhaps a tablespoon once every 15 days.
Oh, okay.
But if you do it once a month, do a tablespoon every 15. Don't ever go beyond a tablespoon. That's about as much as you want. But try to do it at minimum, an absolute minimum of once a month.
Okay.
Ideally, twice a month. You'll get better results.
Ooh, okay.
So you have your Maxi Crop, both in the with iron and without iron. They're both equally good. The iron will give you a little incentive to promote more blooms. Another thing that we use here, especially here in Florida, is a calcium and magnesium supplement.
Nice.
Magnesium you find under magnesium sulfate, which is also Epsom salts. It's readily available everywhere. We sell the horticultural grade magnesium sulfate. And basically what magnesium does, it works with any plant, not only orchids. Anything that grows, anything green that grows, your trees, your palms, your lawn, fruit, vegetables, everything. It tells plants grow new tissue. That's what magnesium sulfate does. So if the plant is growing roots, it's going to give you more roots. If it's growing new leaves, it's going to give you more leaves. If it's about to bloom, she'll be more prolific in the blooming cycle also. Magnesium sulfate is one of those things that work very well. You see it being used by all professional growers. It's dirt cheap and it's very effective. I always recommend adding magnesium sulfate to your fertilizer regime. Right. It works really great.
I love it. I used to always use it.
Yes, and then this one in particular, I do have the magnesium sulfate by itself.
Okay. So this is like your Epsom salt, your regular, like just straight up Epsom salt.
You dissolve it in water, then straight up, no problem whatsoever.
Awesome.
Very easy, it doesn't burn anything. What I recommend people when they mix this with your fertilizer is, if you're doing a teaspoon of fertilizer, whatever fertilizer you're using, at half the same rate of the Epsom salts.
Yeah,
So
I
the
used to use a
magnesium-
quarter with my 20.
So you do exactly.
Right. So now that I'm going organic, because I just want to keep this video kind of like just like the organic way.
Yes.
Since I'm not going to be using any fertilizer, I'm going to grab my, which I need to get another one, my sprayer. I'm
Oh,
going
the
to
little-
connect
the
it. Yeah, I'm
the
going to
hose
connect
and
it to my
sprayer.
hose.
Yes.
I'm going to fill it up with water, let's say to the 6-gallon line, right? And then we're going to come over and put a teaspoon. Let's say I'm doing this once a month, ideally every 2 weeks.
Okay, so
Yeah?
you do 2 teaspoons per gallon of water. If you're doing the 6-gallon, you'll put in 12 teaspoons
Okay, so
in all
2
that
teaspoons.
in all that water.
Right, which is 1 tablespoon. Right.
No, actually, three teaspoons is 1 tablespoon.
so
we made this mistake once before.
I know. I don't know why I keep thinking that. Okay, so 3 teaspoons
Is 1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon per
you're-
gallon of water.
So give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're gonna go grab it?
I'm gonna go grab it.
All right. Do you remember my last mistake? That was very up for discussion.
It was mine too.
I know, we were like going on and on.
We bounce off each other. Anyhow.
Yeah, this
What?
is like that. Okay, yay, I need a new one. Mine's like, I lost, I don't know, some
no
pieces.
worries.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I know, I need a new one.
1 gallon, 2 gallons, 3 gallons, 4 gallons, 5 gallons, 6 gallons. If you fill it up with water up to here, and you put your fertilizer in here, whatever chemical you're doing, this thing will give you 6 gallons of final spray.
Right.
Since we're doing 2 teaspoons per gallon, you'll need 12, because it's 6 times 2 is 12 teaspoons in this much water.
Correct.
And you'll end up with 6 gallons of final spray.
Mm-hmm.
Easy peasy. It doesn't get any easier than that.
Right. I know, that's why I love it so much.
If you're doing your
Okay.
your liquid seaweed, it's a tablespoon. So you do 6 tablespoons.
6 tablespoons, yes.
You do the Epsom salts. The magnesium sulfate is you do half of that. You do less when you're mixing it with the fertilizer. You do half of whatever fertilizer you're using. That's what you do on the Epsom
So a
salts.
quarter
If you're gonna
teaspoon
use-
again of
if
the
you're
magnesium
If you're gonna
sulfate.
do it in the same
Right.
gallon of water, you can do it separate. You can do it together.
Right.
Another thing that we have.
So this is straight up Epsom salt.
Correct.
And then what is this?
This
This
is-
is a CalMag. This is a Cal.
It's a CalMag supplement, not to be confused with a CalMag fertilizer. Okay, this is a fertilizer, NPK fertilizer. This is a CalMag supplement.
Yeah.
It's a different.
But then
thing.
I can't use this one and this and this.
It's redundant. If you're using this and this, you don't need.
You don't
this.
need that.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Now here in South Florida, we're really hot, and our plants burn through a lot of the calcium and magnesium when it gets.
Okay.
As soon as we get into March, so the idea is to start using a combination of this with your fertilizer regime, starting in March.
in March.
Yes.
And this is Mad Farmer. That's a cool dude. I had never seen that guy before.
Yeah, we borrowed this from the
It's so cute.
from the urban gardening industry.
Oh, okay. So Mad Farmer to be used at when it starts getting hot.
Correct.
Yeah.
And basically,
okay.
the idea is that we know what magnesium does. Magnesium tells the plant, here, grow new tissue. We talked
Right.
about that already. What calcium does, it allows the plant to hold on to its water. So it reinforces the plant membranes at the cellular level, and it allows those cells to hold on to the water. If you have grown a cherry baby or a dancing lady,
Well, of
in
course.
in the summer, you end up with the little specks at the tip of the leaves.
Okay.
Those are heat blisters, and that happens because it's too hot. The little cells cannot hold on to their water, and they explode, and it gives you that little necrosis on the tissue.
Oh, okay.
The calcium in this will allow the plant will slow that, if not stop completely. Calcium allows the plant to hold on to its water, so she has more resources to do what they need to do. If the plant is dehydrated, it's like an athlete. If you don't consume it, if you don't have enough resources in you, you can't do what you need to do. Same thing with the plants. If you don't have the resources, and organically, you have, like I said at the beginning, you have to be disciplined in this.
Right.
You have,
Consistent.
You have to be consistent. You have to be if you're gonna do it once a month, you have to do it once a month. This makes it a lot easier
Because
to
it
do that.
washes through. What happens with it since it's organic? It just doesn't.
It just feeds, but it feeds gently.
Okay.
It doesn't push the plant. It just allows. It's like a soft song instead of a hot reggaeton. Exactly.
Right.
It just allows the plant to slowly process everything. It's like everything in
Does that mean
nature.
my blooms are gonna start coming in slower?
Not necessarily so. Not at all.
Okay, good.
Actually, if anything, you're gonna see a change in the color of the blooms. You might see more intense colors
Okay.
because of the better feeding. I mean, our organic fertilizer, it's like everything else. It's more compatible with the plant. The plant processes better. Not that the chemicals it won't do it, but you might see a difference in the color of the patterns. You know, it just you will notice the plants. Now, you're not pushing them as much. That's why you need to be consistent with the application, because they will. It's a slower process. It's a nicer process, but it's a slower process, and you do need to compensate for that.
Very good.
Those are the things that we have. So we have the liquid seaweed, we have the Nut Farmer CalMag,
And then we
your
have the
magnesium
Epsom salt.
sulfate, and then the other liquid.
Okay.
There's another one that I don't have here, which is a fish and seaweed combination fertilizer. It's also liquid, but I with all the shows that we had in the month of January, we sold out, so I couldn't show you that. It's
Okay,
called,
but will this be enough? This was recommended actually from one of my subscribers, Oliver. So he uses this.
They do make,
So-
in addition to the liquid
Okay.
seaweed, Maxicrop makes a fish fertilizer.
Okay, so
Ideally,
it's like
you will alternate. You will do the seaweed,
okay.
and you will do the fish.
Well, when you come and when you get your hands on that again, please let me know because I will get that.
I will.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm ordering already because we talked about this. And I'm
Yeah.
I should have it by next week.
Awesome. So you guys, oh my goodness, I got so much information. I'm so excited. So if you guys want to go the organic way, this is organic. This is organic. You have the Epsom salt, and then there's another fertilizer. You also have this seaweed without the iron. I think I'm gonna do this one with the iron.
I think that's gonna be
Right?
a nicer choice. Yes.
So I'm gonna start off spring, and hopefully when the winds die down. Why is it so windy now? I'm like so confused. It's only February.
Somebody left the window open.
Yeah, right. It's super windy. So I've barely been able to water because I get soaked. But as soon as the winds die down, are you laughing at me?
No.
So as soon as the winds die down, I promise I'm gonna be in my garden showing you how I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna take this today. So obviously I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. We're gonna start with the seaweed kelp with iron and the Epsom salt, because this one I'm gonna take it with me today also, but I'm not gonna do this until March.
Full disclaimer, we're saying
Tell me.
organic. This is not considered organic, but it's a supplement and it's completely harmless. There's no ill effects or nothing. This is all it is calcium and magnesium.
And magnesium.
So it's really, there's nothing in there that
will harm my grandson?
That is harmful or anything. No, not at all whatsoever.
All right.
Unless he takes the bottle and hits himself
And
on the
hits.
head. Or
Yeah,
hits
I mean,
man.
you know, I'm looking, obviously this is not something that he's going to be around. I'm just looking for something when he goes out in the garden that he's not touching anything like, you know, orthene or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? So just something organic or,
This will do.
you know,
I don't
something
have-
safe.
I don't hesitate. I mean, I'm very careful when it comes to chemicals and things like that. And I don't
Yeah,
hesitate.
chemicals and pets and
for-
children
for
and
children
the whole
and
thing.
pets,
Even
this is
us,
not a
I mean,
problem.
even if
Well,
you don't want to be inhaling all those chemicals, you know,
that
this is a
very
great,
true. Protect people, protect yourself. Don't be cavalier about this.
yeah.
You don't. It's not what you do. It's how your body reacts to
Yeah.
what you're doing. You
Yeah.
might be allergic and you don't know it.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Yeah.
My suggestion: respirator, not
Yeah.
a mask, not a face mask.
But a
A
respirator.
respirator, goggles, wide brim hat, and if you can, protective
Yeah.
clothing. If not, just a long sleeve shirt with long pants. And when you're done, all the clothes go into the wash and you take a shower.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not trying to like, by all means, you know, just say that these things are like, don't buy them. It's just, I'm going a different route. I have a new grandson, you know, and I used to use all the heavy duty stuff in the past. I've just had to now,
You have to be more particular
You know?
on that, on the chemicals, on,
Yeah.
on the insecticides and
yeah,
fungicides.
yeah.
And
No.
there are. Speaking of
There's
which,
options.
There are organic insecticides and fungicides that you can use. Let me see if I can show you. Sorry, I don't have them here.
Yeah, all this is like,
But there are. Oh, here you go. Excuse the old label, but this is a completely organic fungicide, and all it has. Well, I'm not a chemist, but okay, this What it is a beneficial bacteria. Is Bacillum is bacteria, and that's the name of it. It's a strain of bacteria, and this works. What organic insecticides and fungicides, what they do, they either attack, for example, peripherans, they attack the nervous system on insects. This bacillum, what it does, it coats the tissue on the plant, and it doesn't allow the spores or the fungi to get in there. It's like us with our beneficial bacteria. Our mouth is full of bacteria, which is our defense for all the other stuff that wants to come in.
Right.
It's the same thing with that. You apply that on your plants, and it protects them that way.
Cool.
You have peripherans. You have soap. If you want to do something organically, you can use isopropyl alcohol, 70%. Cut it in half with water. That's a perfectly valid insecticide. Of course, we have our friend cinnamon that you can use when you cut or when you have little spots on them.
Yeah, there's different options.
You also have hydrogen peroxide. So you have on the fungicide side, you have hydrogen peroxide, you have cinnamon, and then on the insecticide basis, you have peripherans and you have alcohol.
Yeah.
And so you have choices.
So
the
there's
only
choices.
thing with organics, with disease and pest and disease control organically, you have to. They only last about 48 hours. So you have to constantly
This is why you
apply
need to be consistent.
every 48 hours, especially when insecticides and fungicides. When it comes to organics, you have to do it
they're
every
not
48
systemic.
hours.
Like, you know, you
They won't linger,
last.
So
Right.
they evaporate. That's the design. That's by design. They want them to go away from the plant. So you can spray your plant, you can spray your tomato plant, and the next day you harvest your tomato, you eat it, and there's nothing wrong with
and
it.
there's nothing. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. I am so happy I came, and I hope that all this information is helpful to you guys. I will go home with all of my supplies today. Again, I will share them in my garden as soon as I start doing them. Once this wind starts, kind of like going away, and that's it, you guys. This is OFE. They are amazing.
And
Thank you for
we're covering from two big orchid.
the info. We know. You guys are everywhere. Shows every weekend. They were in Tamiami. They were at Cruel Smith last week, 2 weeks ago, and yeah, I mean, you can find all of your fertilizer needs, right?
And this
Everything.
weekend we're having a sales fair here.
Yes, they are.
It's 27th and 28th to close the month of January.
To close the month of January, they're having their sale fair where a bunch of orchid growers come and sell their orchids.
10 different vendors. We're going to have Hoyas, we're going to have orchids, and aeroids. And us, of course.
And you guys with all the supplies. And you guys also have orchids.
A little bit.
Organic too.
We have the Fayas, what they call non-orchids. Non, like in Sister Mary Therese.
Yes.
And those are
The
orchids.
Fayas,
They're
Tankervilliers.
Yep.
Lots of Fayas, and they have some fowls and other goodies here. All right, well, let's turn around, say bye, and hopefully you guys will connect with Carlos and Opie and Chris, or Carlos, Chris, and Opie over here, and get all of your supplies. They ship, or find them at a show. You guys are very popular.
Yes, OFEintl.com. That's our website.
Yeah.
Or you can find us at OFE Orchid Supplies on social media.
And you guys have very familiar faces, because I know that lots of us feature you guys. So you guys,
yes, you do.
many people are like, I already
Yes.
know you guys from
Yes.
Blanca's videos.
Yes, you do. A lot of people, which is good. Thank you, guys. I mean, that's really nice, and we are able to help people.
Well, you guys are amazing and always so helpful.
Thank you.
So let's turn this around and say
The
goodbye.
tough boys from OFE.
Yeah, no good.
You guys, it was amazing being here. Look at him. That's why they call you the grumpy one.
I am the grumpy one.
No, he's not.
I'll take the grumpy.
They are both amazing. So we're just getting ready to leave OFE. Chris and Carlos here. Hope you guys enjoyed this
Blanca.
video.
I'm Blanca.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Lots of amazing information with all that organic solutions. Very exciting. Come and see them. They have a show here this weekend, Saturday, Sunday.
28.
Yes.
January 27, 28.
January 27, 28.
And the one in February is February 24th and 25th.
Yes. They're awesome. Come and support them. Order your supplies. If you want organic, they're ready for you. Give them a call. OFE International.
OFEINTL.com, or you can find us on social media at OFE Orchid Supplies.
Oh, he's getting a card for you. There you go. Right over here. I don't even know if that's straight, but here is their card.
That's
Give
the
them a
card.
call. They're amazing. We love supporting small businesses.
And that's the link right there.
And, you know, it's better to shop small than just, you know, throw
Yes.
your money away on Amazon, right?
Yeah, your Uncle Jeff doesn't need any more help.
He
from
doesn't
us.
he, right? So give Opie a call for all your supply needs. Come and see them at their shows. They're amazing, or at any of the orchid shows around.
Most of them.
Most of them, they are. And we all know these faces, so thank you for having me over.
Carlos and Chris.
That's right.
I'm
Thank
the
you for
Grumpy and the
having,
happy.
I'm the grumpy one.
thank you for having me over, you guys.
Oh, pleasure always.
Thank you, Blanca.
Yay. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Bye.